Hello first graders, today we are doing lesson 2.16. This is the last lesson in this unit. This is the longest unit of study that we do, and we've come to the end of it. At the end of each unit there are a few lessons dedicated to focusing on mathematical practices. And you might be thinking, what is that? What are mathematical practices? Well, here I put what they actually are, how they're actually written. Now, these are like some standards that teachers pay attention to and note when designing their lessons. And then here's what it really means for kids. So kids, this is for you. Parents, this is for you and for me. So friends, today when we're going through our lesson, I want you to keep these things in mind. Number one, I never give up on a problem and I do my best to get it right. Number two, I can solve problems in more ways than one, right? That makes sense. Everybody's different. Everybody solves their problems different ways, and that is totally okay. Number three, I can explain my math thinking and talk about it with others. Number four, I see the math in everyday life, and I can use math to solve everyday problems. Number five, I know how to choose and use the right tools to solve a math problem. Number six, I can work carefully and check my work. Number seven, I can use what I know to solve new problems. And number eight, I can solve problems by looking for rules and patterns. So these are 8 different ways that when we are working in math, these are 8 different things that we like to practice. And I did not come up with these myself. These are from this website here. Just wanted to give you a little bit of insight on that because we will be doing mathematical practice lessons at the end of each unit. All right, so why don't you grab your workbook. We're on page 85. Name on top, please. And today is kind of fun because we get to use pictures. So it says, Daria and her family go to the animal park. Looks like she met some kangaroos there. She's feeding them. Use the picture to solve the equation. Daria sees 5 lions. Then she sees 3 more lions. How many lions does she see in all? So in this problem, we need to make sense of the problem and analyze it and figure out, are we adding lions or subtracting lions? Well, first she saw 5, then she saw 3 more. So when we hear that, those special words, 3 more, we know that it's adding. And we look down here, you can see our equation. Yep, we're right. So let's do that adding. You can do count on. If you want, you can count all the lions. Either way, what number do you come up with? 8. Good job. Let's move on to number 2. We have Nick, and he sees 9 crocodiles in the water. Then 2 crocodiles climb out. How many crocodiles are in the water now? Okay, so just like we did last time, let's try to analyze this problem and find out, addition or subtraction? Well, they're going away. They're climbing out, so we're going to subtract. So we had 9. 2 of them went out. How many crocodiles are still in the water? If you wanted, you could count all of these. If you wanted to make a circle drawing like we've been learning, you can. If you wanted to think of the related addition equation, okay, like this is the total and we break this into the 2 partners, you can do that. That's the mathematical practice where we're talking about that math problems can be solved many different ways and we all hopefully arrive at the correct answer. So what did you come up with, friends? What's 9 take away 2? 7. Good job. Okay, let's turn the page, please. So here we're going to look at exercise number 3, and read the story problem. And we're going to talk about how the cheetah and the lions in each part of the picture help us to solve the equation. Okay, so we have to talk about number 3 first. So Ray sees 1 cheetah in a tree and 7 lions under a tree. How many wildcats does he see? Okay, so he sees a cheetah in the tree, so that's 1 up here, and 7 lions under the tree, over here. How many wildcats does he see all together? Okay, so the whole story here tells us that 1 cheetah plus 7 lions equals the unknown over here. How many? Okay, you could start at 7 and count up 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. Very good. Oops. You could count them all if you wanted. However, you're going to arrive at the correct answer. All right, number 4. Sophie sees 8 baboons and 2 mandrills. How many monkeys does she see? So 8 plus 2 shows that first part of that story. So the 8 baboons are over here in the grass. And the 2 mandrills are up here in the tree. So we have that 8, we see that right here, 8 plus 2 equals our unknown. Okay, you can count on if you want. You could say 8, 9, 10. You could count all the mandrills if you want, or you could think, what are these partners of? 8 partners with 2 to give us what as a total? Either way, we all arrive at 10. Good, and I noticed in these 2 problems that we're talking about categories here. So this category is wildcats, and also this category down here is baboons. Or I'm sorry, not baboons. Oops, teachers make mistakes. Monkeys. So baboons and mandrills are both kinds of monkeys. So that's categories. Okay. Excellent. Just a little bit left here, friends. So we need to make this equation true. We have to think about, here's our choices. I'll put them on here. Addition, subtraction, and our equal sign. We can use these symbols to make this equation true. And as you can see right here, it says use reasoning. That's another one of our mathematical practices that we wanted to talk about. So we have 7, 4, and 3. Okay, so what would you use? Talk with the people at home. What would you use to make this equation true? 7, 4, 3. Would you add 7 and 4? Would you subtract 4 from 7? So 7 plus 4 would be 11. That's not 11. So let's try subtract. 7 minus 4 equals 3. Now our equation is true. And at home, I want you to talk about what did you do and why. Did you try the addition first? Did you put the equal sign somewhere else? Just go ahead and talk about your math for a second, and then we're moving on. Are these equations related? Okay, so we have talked about this a little bit in the past. So the equations 4 plus 5 and equals 9 and 9 minus 4 equals 5. They are indeed related, okay? So because 9 is the part, or 9 is a total in each one, see, 9 is a total here, and we start with it, and then 4 and 5 are the partners of each. Okay, so remember when we do this, we're getting to the total, 4 and 5 partner together to make 9, and when we're subtracting, we take the total and we break it apart into the partners. Okay? Very good, friends. If you could please do that very last homework in your packet. I believe it's 49 in your paper packet that I sent home. It's 2-16. It says, draw a picture to show the story, write and solve the equation. It says, Carl sees 2 owls and 5 eagles in a park. How many birds does he see? So this is similar to what we just did, but now you're in charge of making the picture. Then you flip it to the back side and you see 2-16 remembering. This is review, so you're using circles to solve the equation, using addition to solve subtraction, solving vertical form, and then stretching your thinking at the end. Okay? Thank you very much, friends. Have a lovely day.